Are they going about this in the correct way, Doctor?
Well, I believe so. That's a startling rise in the use of these products, on top of a startling rise that we saw in the 2018 National Youth Tobacco Survey. We long said that if youth use continues to spike in the 2019 National Youth Tobacco Survey, which it appears to have done, that we would need to consider banning entire categories of products, either take the flavored products off the market entirely, which is what they're proposing to do, or ban by type of product. Consider taking the cartridge-based e-cigarettes off of the market, and that's something that I had talked about, because it does appear that the kids are more likely to use the cartridge-based products like Juul rather than the open-tank vaping systems, which you go in, you mix the liquids, you buy them largely from adult vaping stores. I think the more legally defensible policy and the easier to implement policy would be just to ban flavored products, which is what they're doing. But ultimately, you need to reduce the access and appeal that these products have to kids. And by taking the flavored products off of the market, pending successful applications, you're going to accomplish that.
What explanation do you have at this point for the 6 deaths and multiple comas and sicknesses we've seen from people using these products? What do we know about those cases, or what does it tell us about the danger here?
Well, look, based on the public reporting so far that we have, and we have some good epidemiology done by the states, it appears that most of the acute lung injuries are related to probably illegal products, and probably products that contain THC or CBD, the active ingredients in cannabis. They're unlikely to be related to the legal e-cigarette products like Juul, Vuse, Blue. They might be. We don't have enough information, but they appear to be related more to the illegal products. I believe the action that they're announcing today isn't necessarily related to those acute lung injuries, but it's related to what they saw in the 2019 National Youth Tobacco Survey. That was always going to be the decision point for the FDA on whether or not the agency needed to take more drastic action. Remember, in March of this year, shortly before I left the agency, we announced that we were going to put in place effectively a ban on the sale of flavored products in convenience stores. That was a way to try to reduce the access and appeal of the product to kids. But the very time that we announced that, and I said it on CNBC as well, we said that if the 2019 National Youth Tobacco Survey shows another increase in youth use and doesn't show a decrease, we'd have to consider either removing all the flavored products in the market or removing the cartridge-based products in the market. They've chosen to remove the flavored products in the market by ending enforcement discretion. That appears to be what they're doing. And just in closing, remember, all of these products are on the market out of an exercise of enforcement discretion by the FDA. We made a judgment that by making these products available, we would help more currently addicted adult smokers transition off of combustible tobacco and hopefully not allow kids to get onto these products. But clearly kids are still getting onto these products.
Right. And so I can imagine you must be frustrated as it's now kind of blowing up, with people asking why these were ever allowed to market in the first place. The FDA was also warned Juul about their advertising earlier this week. There could be fines. There could be further action coming down that pike. Now, obviously, we're following this from the angle of, 40% of that company is now owned by Altria. We've been showing those shares, which are at session lows, but they're in a potential merger with Philip Morris International that Piper Jaffray earlier this week said they're less confident is going to happen because of these regulatory risks. What's the worst case scenario now for people involved in this market?
Remember, I also announced that we were intending to ban menthol in combustible tobacco, and that's also a product that's widely used in the marketplace, both in combustible and non-combustible products. What I heard the Secretary say right now is that they're affirming in this action that they also believe that menthol contribute to the on-ramp for kids.
Yeah.
So that's also a question of whether or not they're going to extend that menthol ban, continue extending it to the combustible products as we were seeking to do when I was at the agency. So that's another wrinkle in this, and that's why you might be seeing the market react the way it is.
All right. Dr. Scott Gottlieb, thank you for your time. Appreciate it very much.